not a slap function on the internet. I would love to slap people on the internet. Apparently, if I put it in between two dashes, that's kind of like slapping.
Only poke.
Yeah.
Nah.
And seriously, poking just leads to, you know, disease and pregnancy. That's what the internet needs, more man love.
So what kind of genres and influences can we expect from you guys?
Look, these songs with this band, the band was basically put together to service the lyric.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics that I'd written and the songs that I'd written, the music I put behind them. And so it's essentially just rock and roll. Yeah. But there's going to be like influences from my favourite songwriters, essentially. Like okay. Guys like Robert Smith, guys like Nick Cave, guys like particularly Neil Finn. Awesome. Who just seems to vomit fantastic songs, and I get so angry with him because, you know, another Neil Finn release comes out and I go, surely it can't all be gold, it can't all be platinum, it can't all be diamonds. And the guy's sitting there in the corner taking acid, fucking coughing up diamonds and like vomiting champagne.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling me not to dream it's over. But yes, it's that, those kind of songwriting influences is where the band's at. Something that doesn't really fall within a particular genre, but it sounds like my songs.
Yeah.
And the musicians that I've chosen for this band are musicians that service that, and I've done it specifically in order to make sure that these songs...
There's a certain trademarking behind it almost.
I want the people in the audience to at least have some idea of what I felt when I wrote it. Like, these songs most of them came from a very dark, a very miserable, maudlin, angry, aggressive, dour place, and what I want to come across in the music is not so much that's a really great shoegazer band, that's a really great psychedelic band, that's a really great whatever.
More the raw emotion behind the actual songwriting.
Prog. Somebody described my other band as prog the other day. There are bones to pick. It's almost always lyrics first.
Lyrics first?
I think there's only one song in there that was in our set that was written music first. I draft like crazy. It's very rare that I write a song that doesn't have at least 4 drafts.
So it's weird coming from like my direction. The music always comes first when we write. I couldn't see it coming the other way.
But you know, that's because you're a pack of sideshow hacks.
So on a side note, what are some more weird experiences you've had on stage?
Blue Eyed Ravens, not so much. Although I've been performing in Sydney for the last 20-something years. So a few strange things have happened. Keyboards have been set on fire. I shaved my head at the Iron Duke once playing bass guitar with my feet to the sound of a crowd just yelling out mullet. I've had a string break off and lodge in my arm. Actually, I've had to play entire shows standing behind a piano player so he doesn't fall off his chair.
Propping him up?
Literally propping him up. And I actually, I let go for a second and he fell straight through the drum kit and had these massive rad wounds on his back. And I rang him the next day and said, hey dude, how's your back feeling? And he went, it's really sore actually. I went, yeah, no shit, go and find a mirror. And he came back to the phone and went, this is in the olden days when people had landlines, and came back and went, what? What the hell happened? And I told him that I imagined that there was still probably going to be some remnants of his skin and blood on John's drum kit.
Well, you have become a kind of a Newtown staple as well, so it'll be interesting to see the new reincarnation.
I'd like to see the piece of paper that I'm stapling. There's no real trick to being a staple other than the fact that if you stick around for 20 years and don't stop doing it, people hear about you. Yeah. And they go, hey, what's that crazy Josh guy doing now?
And you can experience all of this on the 25th.
Or you're my ex-girlfriend and you just heard a song.
Sunday the 25th down at Secret Garden in Enmore. So I hear you've got some a release coming up soon.
Yes.
An EP?
Yes, the Murder of Crow EP by Josh Shipton and the Blue Eyed Ravens. And I used to have a band called The Murder of Crow, and that band recorded an EP of songs that we still perform with the Blue Eyed Ravens today. Yeah. And I've spoken to all the members of the band, and we've agreed that like it's a beautiful, beautiful extended play record. Mm-hmm. So we decided that, I decided that I was going to put it out. You would hate to just
abandon it.
Well, if you make something truly beautiful, it would be a shame for it to sit on your record shelf and gather dust. So I'd like to release that and get the old Murder of Crow band back on stage with us to launch it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And have the other Ravens members with the band, have a big band and launch that, which would be in the next couple of months as soon as the artwork's done.
Cool.
Basically everything's mixed and mastered. It's all ready.
So looking at maybe mid-year, August, somewhere around then?
Probably even earlier than that.
Okay, awesome.
I may even try to launch it on my birthday in April.
Special birthday show.
If there are any venues out there that want to book a show on April 13, they're songs that mean a lot to me. They're songs that are really important to me, and as are all the songs with the Ravens. They're really important to me, and that emotion comes back to me when I'm on stage performing them. And I just hope my audience can see that and maybe get something out of it, and maybe see something that's sad and beautiful or angry and acerbic, and find a feeling of being a little bit less alone, a feeling of being nobody wants to feel depressed if you're feeling depressed. Nobody wants to be...
Once you know that someone else has been through that.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be sad, but there's something wonderful about music and writing a song that expresses what you're feeling, even though you haven't written it. And it's... it gives people hope. It makes people feel better, and it might make them cry every now and then, but that's good. That's good. It's good to release that stuff. It's better than, burying it all down and then all of a sudden you're 50 years old and there's like 6 bodies buried in the basement.
It's all.
My shattered bones, my wailing, my skin spits smoke towards the sun.